Uh, to the listeners, supporters, fans, well wishers, and within us, Salon Talk Forum, where they deal with issues coming in analysis today. We tell God Almighty, plenty, plenty, thank you, because today na wonderful, wonderful day we don't give it. Today na as of na Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. The month nine on it also, and invariably na the year nine on it on also. Tell God thank you because He give you the blessing, the gift, the support, and the sorriness, and the love for let it make sure we see today. We grab today with in blessing, with in like we say in divine intervention. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and with the hope say we will end up with Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Um, First I want to ask now for follow me now, for share, for comment, and also now for access that Kutubu Koma YouTube. It's very, very important for Lona access the that Kutubu Koma YouTube by subscribing to it. The discussion today actually they focus on Nigeria. Yesterday make up 58 years where something very serious happened when I lead to the dismemberment of the country. The question today we will have to ask whether Nigerian politicians or citizens as a whole they learn anything from what happened 58 years ago yesterday, we we actually sets the country ablaze. But before we go look what happened 58 years ago, we get first therefore talk how Nigeria came about. Well, we don't read the history of Nigeria. We go remember 1914 where the governor we be the Freddie LUGGARD, where he bring both the north and the south, he bring them together. So he make them to one. So the question is what have been the purpose of that? Actually, the mission where the British people they may get on Nigeria, one, economic purpose, and even one, and for user, for administrative convenience. These are the two key factors in there were we actually be responsible for Nigeria. Like I say, 1949, Lord LUGGARD winger. Then after the law come with one constitution after the other, constitution after the other, they finally come up with one way nine lead to independence, finally. But the agreement where they may get where they take going to independence, where they may shape power, among the principal people there. Awolowo, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Azikwe, Amadu Bello them, and all of them people in there. One minute expect say they arrangement the way they may get now one that will hold. But it really, really can't happen, see, that understanding where they may get, that marriage where they may get, it was nothing other than a marriage of convenience. It was nothing other than a marriage of convenience. And so for let that become reality. Just 6 years after independence and republic, nine the arrangements where they may make, where some of you will say that foundation of that arrangement, the edifice of and they may build up under very shaky foundation. Shaky foundation. So in also take where he manifests himself. First, you talk about that census where they hold. You talk about the thief riot. You go talk about the case where they bring against Awolowo in supporters. Say where they come the treason case where they bring against Awolowo and Nawo and most of the top lieutenants. Say where they go lock them up. We see the crisis. We see the 1964 elections where they all up. Waiting and they mutate to after the 1964 election. We see that they finally, it metamorphosed to January 15, 1966, where a group of young army officers, for whatever reason, they were so worked up with revolutionary ideas that then decide then they change the government of Nigeria through revolution. We read about what they call the major school. 5 officers, but of course the other the people from the east. Now they already been talk as saying a Yoruba, I mean an Igbo, now an Igbo coup will take place and the way we see where the Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa lost his life. We see where the Southern of Sokoto lost his life. We see how the Finance Minister Festus Ekute Ebo lost his life. We see how senior military officers they lost their lives. You see all that. But actually, the guys them, if Joanna, them way attempt for takeover, they not succeed. It can't happen. Say by chance, the chief of army staff will be there, or the man will be in charge of the entire armed forces, General Ironsi, he survived. So on January 17, the cabinet of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Lord not forget say he said they not kill him. Now them hand over power. This is what people they not ever know. The cabinet now hand over power to the military. The cabinet, I repeat this again, now hand over power to the military. Then General Ironsi, we now be the most senior officer will survive the carnage and destruction at the place. Now survivor. So he formed a government where they call the Supreme Military Council. We get other officers then that the one that will survive. We they form up. But they will expect say the northern officers they will expect say waiting happen to them where the easterners them, the Igbo them cause that kind of mayhem, rampage against them. The military government of General Ironsi will hold the guys accountable. But they don't see anything to the effect, say he will hold them accountable. There was nothing to the effect. So, waiting and decide for Ludana, people like Murtala Mohammed, them. Waiting and decide for then decide for counteract, waiting, meet people there. So, General Ironsi, he undertake a provincial tour that he go na Ibadan. He go the, like you say, he want go from, state to state for, try for appease the people there about what happened. So whilst he there with the governor Dana Agui, I mean, Adekule Fajui, nine the northern officers themselves. But this is where exactly they say General Yakubu go on, he hand me de paniku. He hand me de and Murtala Mohammed, now they plan a counter coup against them. In fact, there's a word will come out When they go meet in the Ironzi, now the military governor in place, then Fagui, where they go meet and so 910 Ironzi, no, 910 Yakubu go on, say he did it. Then go for arrest the man. So by reporting come out, Yakubu God advised him, let them make sure, let bloodshed not take place. So this is where the argument always starts saying Yakubu Gowon was part of waiting happen where they go for this rampage here, so he not be part of it. Where the that the counter coup. I mean, you get people like Martin Adamu them. They could say you get Murtala Mohammed, and all of they senior officers and we survive, then go there. So what they do? They may abduct Ironzi, but a military host say no, this not will happen. He say he not will sacrifice the supreme commander of the armed forces, the leader and the place. So what they do now? They adopt the all, they go kill them. That's now July 29. That's the counter coup that will take place. So with that, when the first military leader don't come out, when they don't abduct them, of course they kill them. They kill them. The finance minister, Festus Ekutre, Ebo lost in life. The Saduna Sokoto lost in life. Amadou Bello, they all lost in life. And senior military officers, we will talk about the senior high command, they all lost their lives. So with that, now Yakubu Gowon emerged now as the second military leader. I give now this Indian chronology so, for explain waiting happened 6 years just after independence. So then Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon emerged as the second leader. Now, emergence as the second leader also presents some little problems. This fellow we be that is Dana Ojuku. Ojuku say he not go recognize Yakubu Gowon because he say militarily he not to his superior, he not go recognize them. And if you say there are other officers in the of senior, rank, where na them for take over, from the late Johnson Agi Ironzi. So then they pan that. So now that they call the Battle of the Wheels. They say, go recognize them, then they pan that, then they pan friction there. So the people in Ghana, the military government will be take over in Ghana under the leadership of General Joseph Arthur Ankra, will take over. Then they call it the NLC, then the National Liberation Council, will then take over. So they invite the entire government of Nigeria, military government, now a place where they call Aburi, then Ghana, they invite them for go there. For go see how they go midwife this crisis. So all of them go there. Because if you don't stay, Ojuku say, go attend any meeting outside in your zone, outside Ide. Yakubu go and say, go attend any meeting outside, Lagos. So now this, the military authorities, them now, Ghana, they say, no, this is not good for the, country. So they call them for see how they go midwife this situation for them. Then go there. But waiting, Ojuku do, Ojuku for the very smart fellow, not forget, say, before he joined the army, he studied in Oxford, that he studied. So, you go, Fairly is a brilliant fellow, actually, intellectually, a brilliant fellow. So, waiting, you go, him make sure, say, in people, now in region, they prepare, they prepare, they come up with ways and means where go appear say that them go get for they in control. He come up with a lot of things them in people that prepare. So on the contrary, when Yakubu go on, then when they show up at the meeting, then go there in an atmosphere of camaraderie. They all are military people. They get within a corner army SP they call that they can. So they're not being prepared. So waiting up each point where Ojuku can go na the place, they adopt her. Unbeknownst to them, say this way they need to so that the suicide pills nine the take so. The meeting down, they shake up. In fact, we see until like I say me follow waiting to happen in Nigeria to Arise News. When they na Abu Ghana, we see even where Yakubu go on here Ojuku they eat in our plate. We see we see the camaraderie. So they come out, they're very happy. With the understanding, say they don't reach an accord where go prevent any crisis and again, where you know in the form of like a war business. When they come back, so nine one of the permanent secretaries na the federal government. He look the agreement where they undertake na Abu Ghana day. He raised alarm. Now he sent a memo to Yakubu Go and said, no. This way don't do so now. This arrangement don't undertake now. So it amounts to politics of surrender. You don't surrender, and you go make the central government extremely weak. Extremely weak. This arrangement will undertake. This arrangement not good. It not go suffice. It not go last. If anything, there are more problems that it will bring. If anything, a problem that it will bring. So now the alert that way they alert Yakubu gone. So they may not get a date where they for begin to implement, the plans they before implement. So Yakubu gone, we need on the plan where you don't look at, you say, oh no, I think say it go better now. Let common sense prevail over opportunistic calculation. So installed. So Ojuku give them a deadline for implement the agreement where they not reach na Abuina Ghana. So if say he give a condition, he make them patently clear. If those agreements are not met, obviously enough, then go secede, then go commodity. Yakubu go not agree. So which happen, Ojuku he declare that in pathway in Nigeria Eastern, he declare federal, the state of Biafra. So the federal government said under Yakubu Gowon said, no, this not going to happen now. So this now lead to that war which took place. The carnage, the war, the 30 months war which took place in Nigeria. Now, as a result of that declaration of the state of Biafra, where after they now come on at that Aburi conference, where Yakubu Gowon, after a permanent secretary, don't tell them, say, no, this agreement will not go, strike na Ghana. So, in harmony with, good governance, if anything, a politics of surrender, a politics of capitulation, so, and waiting to happen, they make the central government very, 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 very weak, very weak. This is the argument that we commodity. So then they pan that, say, like I say, the war lasts for 30 grueling months. And we see the carnage. We see the wanting destruction. Because some of it they follow, we read. We see what they happen. We see the masturbation. We see the human horror which take place there. Because the reason why I talk all this, I will get for end and up with Tinubu. Waiting Tinubu they play with now so. I believe say Tinubu get people around them. We don't go, they remind them of waiting happen July 29, 1966, waiting happen. So now that make you say some of which they will come for put out this history so that people then go know. They will left for the play with they kind of itinerary. So the war like I mean the fighting lasts for 30 months. But then eventually what happened, Ojuku left he left because he left General Effiong Philip Effiong in charge. Effiong don't look say this war so obvious enough. They're not going to win now. So what he do? He surrender to Olusegun Obasanjo. So now he surrender. Which in other words, he renounced the state of Biafra. So he surrendered to like you say, then Colonel Obasanjo. So now they Yakubu go and make that famous speech. Neither victors nor vanquished. So in other words, waiting they talk about they talk about the fact see in this one there is actually no winner no loser. So but everybody they try, for talk about the corporate well-being of Nigeria, let it be one. Okay. Then it can also be now where the war done now, it can be saying Nigeria can discover oil. So I mean, we get this oil boom where they did. So there was enough money now the country. So Yakubu Gowon actually in the war end good for him because he preside over economic prosperity in the place. The oil boom and all that it flourish. But the thing now will be not happen now. Yakubu Gowon, I think say the power now instead of that the danger this way people that can camp for power. For letting left, they can find it a bit difficult for letting left when they can camp for power. It may not promise say they go hand over power. But as time they go on our way, instead of the power, I don't get my head, they don't see the lawyers of farm, the sweetness of farm. Now he will need to say, well, no, the handing over where they talk about, it no go materialize again another day. Well, from the morning, this fellow Murtala Mohammed, from the morning, if he want to be head of state at the place, that guy was very restless. That guy will call say a arrowhead or hot head. So what he do? He also team up. You see, it's again at the danger. This something like this almost like happened to Strasser. And hopefully I will try for the historical parallel to this. The principal chief security officer to in the government where now in charge of the presidential, the brigade of guards, then Colonel Joseph Nadvangaba, when I mean they in charge of Yakubu Gowon security. So Murtala then conspire with her because without Ion cooperation, could not go take place under. So people like Martin Adamu then in the Murtala Mohammed, they conspire with them. So but they may not hint. They may not hint. Yakubu Gowon see could get for take place. Na the place. They may not hint at say who will take place there. But he not believe. So what he do? He go na conference. He go na conference na Kampala, Uganda. Where he go there? Now the conference today, now they overthrow. Now Idi Amin go tell us say where they know overthrow the government too. So you not get no choice. What he be get for do now? He be get for go seek aside. He go na England. Now they did it. He study. God make he go study. He study at the PhD level. The internet. So with that, Murtala Mohammed take over. So when Murtala Mohammed take over, but instead of dollars, now they kill him. This is the danger. This about military, where military come to power. There's always this conspiracy. There's always people the way want for overthrow you. So what thing happen? This fellow, when they call another military officer. So what they call Dimka. Dimka conspire for take over. So what he do one time where the man they go work. The man where if you want, in a populist government, if you want, meaning that they elaborate security business, believe in them, you get convoys of cars, sirens and the blind. No, with the way it go, just like any regular person, it is up on the traffic. They know they blow siren for let other motorcar them, move for let it go. It is on the traffic. Now on the traffic nowadays, though, nine that February 13, 1976. Now Dimka then go open fire on them, they kill them, they kill the driver, they kill the ADC, and also the security person that they kill them. So then Obasanjo in take over. So Obasanjo in take over 1976 to 79, where he hand over power to President Shagari. Now 79 to 83. 83 now the army come back. Who that come? Now this fellow Buhari, Abacha, and Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida then overthrow they overthrow Shagari, President Shagari, they come back in 1983. Always that a politics of man to man watch. Why is Buhari Tunde Idiagbo be the one the government? Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida waiting in a conspire for put them. So August 27, 1985, they a palace coup against Buhari. So they pulled Buhari in the Babangida Kamdi. The man way the Nigerian people they get him for and they call him Maradona. They gonna people the man way they dribble. You not gonna know who side they party politics today, that tomorrow, now this they do today, now that they do. So all of them say so it can't. But even when there were attempts for removal. For example, you get in boyhood friend, when are they all almost at the same age they go the same school, they join the army the same time, they hold the same rank, then they call her Mama Jaya Vasa. I mean, when they say Vasa attempt for overthrow, one may expect say, because of the kind of bond way they between them, so they go no, they don't spare them, they hang up. Then you get another coup again, come again, another attempted coup come again, what they call the Gideon Oka coup. Wake up. But this one, no, this time around, Babangida almost lost in life. He almost lost in life. The man will go save him. Lieutenant Colonel UK Bello will go save him because waiting Bello do when the people the mutineers go na done a barracks because now the federal government be there. Where they go there because the waiting we see now the now the photos them, the books them we go to read how Babangida escaped that kind of attack on her. Now God no because see the destruction to in living quarters outside. But waiting below the way below the gun sound now it go quick. He used the back entrance for get the family, the Babangida family out of the place. Now he go put them, he go left it to a friend. Now he come back. So he come back, he ready for take on the coup system. But what me happen though, the one of the weapons where if for use for counteract them, the service people they will be go for service, they don't remove the pin where go did it. So even if you try for activate and all, so if they inside the motorcar, if they try for see if you got 9 and then they go just shoot them and kill them right there. So they depend that. But again, like you say, Babangida and Amawe, again, lucky enough. So what happened? Sani Abacha able mobilize troops them. So now they come to the defense of the government. So they able counteract, the one that will come for overthrow in the Babangida. Then, of course, they did the court martial. Actually, they almost virtually all were, in fact, under Babangida, they killed the highest number of army officers in Panku ever since in the history of Nigeria. So they depend that. So now from that time, the military government moved from Lagos, then go now Abuja. So they hurry up because of what happened yonder. Now Lagos, now Donna Barracks, now they hurry up and then try to make sure say the government of Nigeria move. It go in at Abuja, like place where they call Aso Rock Villa, because they hurry up, they do the thing. So Babangida step in power, in no one like time reach for handover, in no one handover, let's begin the daily daily. First, waiting happen the whole election. The election by waiting, we don't read now book. Go to they say Motion Abiola, na me win that election day. They say na win election, clear. But wait till they do. They cancel the election. It cancel the election. Now open another flood of hell get here again. Another hell open in Nigeria to the point. So in a force in now for step down now for resign. For let step. Because they get option either he resign or he's going to be faced with unintended consequences. So now, but what he do? They can say the man I made in the color Maradona. Now man was very sneaky, very sneaky. What he do? Then he set up an interim government of Mr. Anet Shoneka, when an USC executive, but for make sure say the army not go nowhere, they go nowhere, he left Abacha. He left Abacha in place with lots of power. So less than a year, we Mr. Shoneka now Abacha with other officers. One day they just grab from Lagos, then they go to Aso Rock, then they just tell Mr. Shoneka for just step down. It was the broad daylight. They just let step down. They don't get choice. Now he come. Because they don't able to confront the army. And then we make sure say even though in be the interim leader, they make sure say you don't get no command over the army. You don't get anything. So like Abacha was in charge. So Abacha able, bring the army back for them to take over. So Abacha come. And if I wait till somebody try for do now, they try for mutate into, let become the civilian president at the place. Because when he come there, waiting happen, we see the egregious human rights violation. In fact, Abacha, who said the records on Abacha, wake up for human rights violation. Now get the worst record wake up for human rights violation now Abacha gets her. So he did it to the point. Then they force all the political parties, all of them, say therefore make him the presidential candidate. Now, all the presidential candidates will be emerged. They say no, now Abacha, because they were under force for draft. And so, but then one thing about the natural order of business, it take hold on them. While they say Abacha don't die, they say na poison, they say na apple, they say some other people they say no, if they would prostitute them, the presidential guest house. They come with all kind of a theory. But the final analysis, he was gone. So would that come na Abdul Salami Abubakar Naikandi? So we come in conduct elections. Then they bring Obasanjo back. But don't forget, Obasanjo himself, they may not lock him up. In the Abacha may not lock Obasanjo up. Say, as a matter of fact, they charge him for treason. Then they sentence him to 10 years jail. Because they send a good jail, say you are careful overthrow the government. But where in the Abacha die now, where Abdul Salami Abubakar come the whole election night, Abacha and in the Obasanjo win, he become president, twice. But then instead of what if you want to do, if you want to manipulate the election, for let it continue in office. But thanks to in vice president, John Equity happen at Salon between and by Koroma in Sam Sumana. So Atiku Abubakar no gree. He did everything possible for make sure say Obasanjo not get the third term. So Obasanjo said when this election began the kind of so now the effect that way Obasanjo said the effect for make sure say instead of be president because they been they know. So well they know since then after in the Obasanjo you get other people that may not come you get Yadwa come he don't go good luck Jonathan don't come he don't go then Buhari come again for being a military how they call it be a civilian president he don't go and now we see Tinubu don't come. So the reason why I decide for go to all this little history, if I didn't just a brief history no more, I decide for go to because I really not go in depth. So that just as I told the reminder to this man for see if you remember anything happened July 29, 1966 for if you avoid that. This man Tinubu came to power in very questionable circumstances. Both in terms of the academic papers and even as well as the election outcome. Because the electoral commissioner, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, he declared the man winner in a way where left a lot of doubts in the minds of people there. Because you talk of over 90 million registered voters, then only 36% that man get then they declare president. I mean, states there that cloud hangover, but again, then judicial system then the court business they go all about, but we rule against the city leader, so they rule for now. Here's what happen now. The labor people them, the country they go through crisis, hunger, starvation, unemployment, things are very hard in Nigeria. Things are so hard in Nigeria that the Labor Congress decide now for say, what, then they organize a protest against the hardship that he placed as a result of this man government. The man gave large cabinet, but people in it were not called for. Then they spend money past something where they uncalled for. They want buy new presidential fleet same. They get an office where exists, they call an office of first lady, where they spend a lot of money on them, John Salon. They even get waiting an office of first daughter, than are the man in Indian Peking. They get a special that they call it. They get an office of first son. I mean, you just see the recklessness by the people are first son. They're not only that, they want to spend plenty money for refurbish the vice president in resident where you get, other things are going to prioritize. So the citizens through the labor people, they say, no, this is not a point. They're not going to change this anymore. So they not plan a massive protest on the 1st of August, where we talk about a day or two from now. So waiting Tinubu they do now, they try for what they do. They don't, accuse the opposition and say this planned protest here now, this man 9, they under that the man we lost election than Mr. Peter Obi. They say now Mr. Peter Obi 9 they underneath this, but it's not Peter Obi, not really underneath this. Also, really today, not to Peter Obi, they underneath this. But they say 9, so they not try all tactics. But the people they say no, it's not going to happen. Yeah, they not give demand. They not state the demand. They say until these demands are met, now this thing will happen. Now this thing will happen. So the question to, like I said, the easy way I bring this part of the program, that for can ask Tinubu whether he learned anything from what Nigeria go to just 6 years after independence. We talk about the civil war, the carnage, and the wanting destruction. If he learned anything from what may happen from day to the point where go make sure they avoid this, because they can tell anybody Nigeria is on a powder keg. They are on a powder keg where can explode at any time. So depending on how Tinubu handle this, if he unleash the army and the police pandemic, this will come and it will get another serious consequence. So the hope is the army chief, the army chief of staff, Dana Major General LUGGARD, or the chief of defense staff, General Christopher Musa, they not do anything for be part of the role of the armed forces. The job now for preserve the territorial integrity of the sovereign nation from expansionist design. Not to their own role for be part of the political process. That's not their own role. Enough for me that. Let that it's really a matter. Let them handle that. We hope say they not go they not go, take orders. We are in, they will open fire upon the protesters. After us, in the Tinubu, we don't demonstrate, you don't protest against military government then. So the logic of syllogism for tell anybody, if it be okay for like demonstrate, they protest against a government, you for accept that also now a fair game for let them protest. So the hope is they go strike a compromise now. It go meet the demands of the citizens. Then go do that. So they will try to avoid anything where go return the country to waiting they don't go to. After us, the power they wait in the whole now on behalf of the people there. So if the citizens they say that this they want, you just have to go to. So I bring this narrative now for let me listeners and supporters and fans say Nigeria don't go to lot of crisis. And the last thing where they want again now a repetition of waiting happen say wait lead to the dismemberment of the country we come Biafra. Now as I talk, they even get that menace when they deal with that Boko Haram business that also hang at the neck. So the Boko Haram episode that's still it. So me not say Mr. Tinubu, for resort to machoism, for flex the government in muscle to the extent that they will brutalize the protesters. Yes, me believe in peaceful protest. Yes, you get people the way they get their own motives because you don't like Salon when they say they demonstrate. So they use that for go loot, for go call destruction, mayhem, and all that thing. So in most of the cases, then the government they can be forced for relying on the armed forces. But the hope is this demonstration now one that will be contained. They will learn from how people like Martin Luther King they demonstrate now. It was a peaceful demonstration. Likewise, what Mahatma Gandhi been do. Now peaceful demonstration now, because after us, the Constitution allow for that. If you talk about democracy, you talk about the rule of law, you talk about human rights, that's part of it. That's part of it. After all, Tinubu is on record saying, as far as Ingo ensure democracy in Africa, he's on record. So how he handled this protest, now shows that yes, in a man, we believe in the rule of law, he believe in democracy, he believe in freedom of speech. That in your government not go do anything for breach people their right to do that. Because like I say, he's to be part of that. He participated in demonstration. He did that. So there's no way where Tinubu will come now after him not participate in demonstration. Then he comes, violates the rights of people. Like I say, we know they advocate any violence of any kind condemnable. This demonstration for be done without violence. Violence, what they do, violence, they defeat the purpose. They defeat them. Any violence, they defeat the purpose. Therefore, organizer is such a way, let them make sure say Tinubu get the message. They remain, you can paralyze the government without resorting to violence. Like you said, Mahatma Gandhi, they do them. Martin Luther King, they do them now. Boycotts. That na one. Sit home, not do nothing. That na one effective machinery that where the citizens again for paralyze the government until the government meet their demands. But violence cannot be part of it. Violence cannot be part of it. And some of we could condemn her in the strongest possible terms. August 1, any demonstration yeah, we get violence. Some of we go cancel. For that, it defeat the purpose. The purpose is not yet for good. And the armed forces or the security people, them, even though they own role, now the defense of the territorial integrity of the sovereign nation from expansionist tendency. But if the nation being faced with existential threat, things say they can come in. So for issues, comment, and analysis, we just can recall what may happen. They can say 58 years ago, try for remind Mr. Tinubu said he need to be very careful about how they treat about this protest we get for camp on the 1st. The hope is they not go overreact. The hope is they will listen to the citizens. That now the hope that they will listen to the citizens. After us, now the citizens they govern. So waiting the citizens want, now in for do. Until then, this is Kutubu Kuruma. They wish all ministers and supporters, fans, and wish that a very pleasant and blessed day.